Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing today, y'all? What is the word? What is the word? Happy Saturday, y'all. Hope we had a good week. Kick on off Saturday morning. Gonna do some editing today. I went out to do some street photography yesterday. Got a couple cool shots. Got some skateboarding pictures. What other kind of shots did I get? Oh, I got some graduation photos. That's too high up, I think. That's a little too much. Let's get this out of here. Fine Fiends, what's up, buddy? How are you? Antonio, what's up, Antonio? You over on YouTube today? Just set up my camera rig yesterday. Happy Saturday, Antonio. Happy Saturday, broski. TikTok connected. Just set up my camera rig yesterday. I'm most of your live because of my client. So, Antonio, what kind of project are you working on, man? Give me some deets, bro. Give me some details. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we got some photos to edit this morning. Actually get going on that. Canon RF, that's what it is. Jessio, what's up, man? I know the 75-300 is a shit lens, but if it works, I'll take it for cheap. It doesn't. That's the problem. It doesn't work. What you're saying is counterintuitive. If a lens works, it's not shit, right? It is shit, though. It's just a waste of money, man. You're better off just saving your money. And like, it's my opinion that we got to get out of this mindset of what things like, you know, I get it that like thousands of dollars is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but like, it's an investment, right? It's a goal to work towards. Nobody's saying like, I guess it's tough to like focus on, how do we want to say it? We all want that instant gratification, right? So just because you think you can't afford it right now doesn't mean that you won't be able to afford it if you put in some work and make an action plan to be able to afford it one day. But because we haven't done any work to practice on our delayed gratification, we just haven't exercised that skill yet, you know, which is a skill, man. It was a custom song I made. Oh, you so that's that client that the song that you sent me yesterday? Nice. I still haven't listened to it. I'll check it out though. Can you go over the setup to use your camera and mic to stream on TikTok? I mean, it's just my cameras are Canon R8 right now, Canon R50 for YouTube. The mic is a Wave DX going into a Stream Deck XLR. And then I'm streaming both cameras to OBS and then sending one of those cameras over to TikTok Live Studio. I mean, I saw an EF 100 or 400 for $800. I'll try to. Yeah, that's an L series lens though, right? That's a better lens for sure. Quick question. So I know handheld rigs require you to be in control of stability, but like genuinely, why would someone ever want shaky footage besides like certain film scenes? You wouldn't want shaky film. So when people when I go handheld and I'm using handheld footage, my footage isn't shaky because I know how to hold the camera properly and I know the kind of shots that I'm going for. And then in post you can add some warp stabilizer, but it has to be subtle. It can't be a lot of warp stabilizer, like 5%, 10%, you know. But when people intentionally want shaky footage in their stuff, it's usually for like a creative reason, like an actual purposeful reason, an intentional reason, either to like imply chaos or imply uneasiness or realistic motion, like running through the forest, like to give that intense feeling. You know what I mean? All right, so Lightroom, that's what we're doing today, right? I guess on TikTok or on Twitch, there's what's it called? You can people can just be like members now, which is kind of crazy. Like everybody's monetized on Twitch now, I guess that's a thing. With some caveats, I guess. So that's kind of a cool development that happened, right? I don't know if it's relatable, but when I see a better camera, I feel like I'm getting sized up. You're getting sized up, man, but that guy with the bigger camera doesn't give a fuck about you. And not in a negative way. He's just not even thinking of you, man. I guess so. I just know it has to be easier to get stability using gimbal over handheld, but I guess folks want to do more work. No, bro, because think about it, man. I mean, put yourself, Antonio, think about this, man. Any time that you've seen any kind of camera work on a professional set or any kind of studio work, they are handheld, but what do they have with them? They have all kinds of stabilizing equipment around them. They have that thing that sticks out their back with the little cable in front of them. They have this massive thing. So like there is no professional set or professional movie that is just running around with a guy holding a camera. You know what I mean? The guy with the camera always has a bunch of peripherals and accessories and stability gear, gear that's used to stabilize it with its purpose to stabilize the camera. Do you know what I mean? So try to think of any production, anybody that you've seen on a film set. Is there anybody there that's like, the only people that you really see hand holding cameras, like just the camera body is what's it called? The IRL streamers. That's about it. Sometimes cameras are just way too heavy to hold without support. That too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because those guys are out there. They're not out there for like 10-15 minutes, man. Those guys are holding cameras for 8 hours, 9 hours, 12-hour days, 15-hour shoots. Like those guys are out there, man. Yo, I'm not gonna buy the R10. I'm definitely waiting for the R. Solid, bro. Hell yeah, dude. I already pre-ordered mine. The R6V is gonna be sick. All right, so YouTube is up, TikTok is up. Yeah, I did some photos yesterday, guys. I caught some skateboarders doing skateboarding things, and I was like really happy with the images, man. I got some contacts from some guys. From one guy who I shared my Instagram with, and then another young woman that was getting some graduation pics. And I got some pictures of her and her mom. And the skateboard, I'm really excited about those. Those are going to be kind of cool. Let's check them out together. We're going to be editing today. Doing some edits today, y'all. Did you have to add? Fuck no. I mean, Antonio, you weren't there? How dare you, sir? What camera are you using for this stream? Jovi, on TikTok, I'm using a Canon R8, buddy. L-series lens as the kit is crazy. L-series is the way to go, man. Again, they're expensive, but people using those kinds of rigs remind me of Scorpions. Yeah, right. I mean, they need all that support, man. I mean, again, Antonio, think about it, man. There is no professional cinematographer out there that is truly rocking just a camera. That's out there like this. You know what I mean? Granted, yeah, you can capture shots and like intense moments by but nah, dude, everybody that's in like creating commercial stuff or movies or cinema or music videos, proper ones, those guys have tons of gear with them. Tons of gear with them. Because they have to. And you know what, Antonio? Now that you're in the space, bro, I encourage you, man, to like pay attention to different situations where a camera is around. Like maybe if you're into sports, you can, when you're watching a sporting event, look at what the guys are using, the guys that are behind the camera. You know what I mean? Whenever you're watching a behind the scenes, a BTS. Look at the cameras that they're using. Whenever you're watching a music video, BTS, what camera are they using? Quit Lightroom Classic. What the fuck is this, dude? Did I get signed out of my Adobe cloud? What's happening? And also, don't get me wrong, man. There's people that can get some pretty steady stuff. On. Oh, Lightroom has an update. Fuck. All right. Check for updates. Update all. So now we're gonna update all these apps, and it's gonna take forever. What camera are you using right now? R8. I said that. Do you happen to have a 10mm? It's a lens I do have a 10mm. It's a 10 to 18 though. I have the A7 III, and I feel like I'm starting to exceed its abilities. What's next? I'm a higher A7 IV, A7 V, dude. I had to go help my grandma get the game on his TV. It's all good, dude. I was just messing with you. Most of the time it is on sticks. Facts, dude. Facts. More people need to be on sticks. Exactly. Thank you for reminding me, Jay. So yeah, most of the 90% of shots that you see, they're on sticks, dude. What lens are you looking at on the R8? This is a 24mm. 24mm on the R8. Yeah, the 24 on a full frame is, 24 on a full frame is really nice. I appreciate you confirming that for me, because I thought I was going crazy seeing all these handheld. You're not seeing a lot of handheld stuff, dude. It just depends. There's a time and a place for like everything, man. The R6V is genuinely insane. It is insane, dude. It's everything everybody wanted. In your own opinion, what's better for colors, Canon or Sony? I don't really notice too much. I just like Canon colors. Sony's great too. I've seen them have these huge cranes that move, and they sit in the, yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Oh, wait, how are your cats? Cats are doing good. It's buffering. Buffering is good. But yeah, so I got signed out of Lightroom for whatever reason. I always forget what email I used to sign up to Lightroom, because I did it like 6 years ago. I always seem to get it wrong. I also added a little glimmer thing on my I just kicked out the cats. YouTube is king, bro. YouTube is king. Yeah, YouTube is better. All right, Lightroom is updating. I still got a little cough, dude. No, it's just social media creators, not when I watch actual professionals. Well, I mean, IBIS helps. Your camera has IBIS, and your lens does not have IS or OS, so I don't think it does, at least. So your camera has like 7 or 5 stops of stability of in-body image stabilization. And then you pair that with like a proper lens. Remember that you don't have a Sony lens, Antonio. At least I don't think you do. You have a Sigma lens, right? So like your lens doesn't operate at its full stability like thing as it would if it had a Sony lens. You will learn so much. You will learn a lot. Yeah. Have you seen the A7R? I have, bro. My camera does have 7 stops. Usually it only has 7 stops, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it'll have 7 stops when it's paired with an actual Sony lens that has IS, I think. Or it might have 7 stops inside, and then it'll have 9 stops when paired with a proper lens. I have a $600 budget. Hello from YouTube. Hello. I have a $600 budget and I currently have a Lumix GH4. I want to buy a secondary camera. I'm trying to decide between the R50. What are you doing with it, Diaz? Really depends on what you're doing, bro. What do you think of it? They did a nice job with the new Sony. Yeah, they did a nice job with the new Sony for sure. I own the R50V. You're watching me. If you're on YouTube, you're watching me on an R50. And I also own the Sony. The Sony's pretty good. It's a ZVE-10 II though, not the first one. I don't recommend the ZVE-10 one. So you can get that one out of here. I'm a videographer. R50V, bro, especially if you only got 600 bucks. I definitely wouldn't get the R50. No way. And I definitely wouldn't get the Sony ZVE-10. The ZVE-10 II and the R50V, those are the ones that I would consider. Yeah, those are the ones that I would think about. Shit, which one did I use? Fuck, I forgot it again. I think it's what is my plan? It's not this one. Sign out. This one. For a second there, I thought I didn't pay my Adobe subscription. I was like, there's no way. There it is. Got it. Okay, now we're signed in. Your location, sir? I'm on planet Earth. But I don't struggle with shaky footage. I just was saying, yeah, for what I do, mostly I only use tripod setups and gimbal. And I've been getting some... Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. What camera are you using for this stream? I'm using on TikTok. I'm using a Canon R8. Okay, thanks so much. I do a little bit of photography too. I think the R50V can fulfill. Yeah. Yeah, dude. If you do like 90% of your work is going to be video, 90 to 95, then the R50V. The R50V still takes good photos. It just doesn't have a viewfinder, you know, so. All right, so we're back. We got my account back. Motherfuckers. You son of a bitch. Okay, so let's close this. We're done here. Let's go to Lightroom. And let's start a new folder. So I'm starting a brand new project here, guys, or opening a brand new project. So every time I open up a brand new photo project, what I do is I go into my specific M.2 drive on my PC, and I have a folder, an M.2 that's specifically projects. And then I do 2026. That's different photo edits. And then I just create Control-Shift-N, create a new folder. Keep the same naming convention that I always do. Yesterday was, we'll just put it today. The dates don't really matter. Like the exact date doesn't really matter too much. Year, month, 05, 26. Perfect. And then I just, what do? I just drop in the type of camera that I used. So I have another folder that has all my camera templates. And so I have, yesterday I used my R5 Mark II. So I grabbed the R5 Mark II folder, and then I grabbed the images that I took, and then I dump it all in there. And now the SSD can be erased. Oh, I grabbed some footage of some birds too, so let's put that in there. And then let's go to the images. There they are. Oh, I also did some headshots of a colleague. Well, she's not a colleague. Can I call somebody? Can I call somebody a colleague if I'm not? We don't do the same job. Just a coworker, I guess, right? Here we go. Because she's an attorney, and I am certainly not an attorney, so I guess I can't call her a colleague. She is a coworker, though. Boom. So now I got that in there, and that's going to be loading, assigned into my folder here. Good. Cool. Good morning. Would you compare the A7 IV with the Canon R6V? Are they both hybrid? No, the A7 IV is a hybrid. The Canon R6V is, I wouldn't call it a hybrid. People are going to call it a hybrid, but I don't think that it is. The only reason I'm going to get the 75-300 is because I have an event really soon and I got nothing. Yeah, I mean, get what you want, man. Don't let me talk you out of it. Just, you can't, listen here, fine fins. When you come back and say, hey, you were right, that shit sucks, you can't say, why didn't you tell me, Vic? Why didn't you warn me? Because I fucking did, bro. I fucking did. I'm still trying to decide between DaVinci or Adobe as my main editing software. Reason being, I excel at editing and do a lot of Foley and sound effect stuff. I edited Avengers trailer that I should post. Do whatever's right for you, man. I chose Premiere Pro a long time ago. You know, also if you're on Mac, there's also that route you can take as well. But good morning. How would you compare the Sony A7 IV with the? I wouldn't compare those cameras. Yes, I mean they're in your network. Yeah, they're in my network, but they're not colleague. Like I would consider another content creator, another creative, a colleague if we worked in the same in the same space, right? He's a colleague of mine, but she's an attorney, and this isn't me like bringing her up to another level, but we're not in the same field. If that makes sense. I could be wrong about that. Hell no, Final Cut. Yeah, if you're on Mac products, dude, the best way to go, especially if you have a Mac computer, I think is Final Cut. I'm on Windows and I use all Adobe products. So I use Illustrator loosely, After Effects if I ever have to make something, Premiere Pro, Lightroom Mobile, all that stuff. But I've been paying for Adobe for like 6-7 years now, dude. I've been paying for so long for it that I don't even know how much it costs anymore. But it's a cost that included into the cost of doing business. Like it's something that I need for my business to work, you know? Not really, not really, just get like to borrow, see if it really is shit. Yeah, I mean borrow it, bro. Borrow it. I don't think you make your own decisions, man. You make your own decisions. Your decisions are gonna be your own. You know. What's up, Chester? How are you, buddy? Chester, I got some cool skateboarding pics yesterday, man. I'm downloading them right now. We're gonna do some editing. It's about to be nighttime over there for you though, right? You might pass out before I get to them. I'm importing the photos now. So we're gonna work on that. I'm gonna be actually doing a lot of editing. I have a project to deliver. Yeah, I got some skateboarding pics. I had a shutter speed of like 1/500, so I'm hoping that I captured the action. We'll see how they turned out. I looked at them in my the back of my camera and showed them to the guy that I was photographing, and he was like, "Those are fucking sick." So I think they're gonna be cool. So I'm gonna be here for a little while. I'm gonna edit this round of photos because some of them I'm gonna send off to. I exchanged the social media information, so I'm gonna be sending them off to these people. One of the girls that I was photographing, it was her graduation with her mom, and she was like, "You better send those to me." And I was just walking around. I said, yeah, I got you, no problem. Obviously, I'm gonna send them to her. But then like 30-40 minutes later, I was walking around the city and she was still in the general area, and we ran into each other. She was like, Vic, don't forget to send me those photos. I'm excited to see the pictures. I've always wanted to do skateboarding. Yeah, I have a skate park right in front of my the office. Well, in the courtyard where the city hall is at. Antonio, you saw Center City yesterday, so like right across the street there where I was is a skate park. And yesterday I wandered over there and was able to capture it live. I have a new Wii reel from today if you'd like to look as yeah, for sure. I'm gonna do some editing, my editing first. And you know me, Chester, I'll be live again, you know, so if I don't get a chance to see your stuff. Import photos and videos. Boom, here they are. All right, add them, import these photos. All right, so let's see if this works. Lightroom. Boom, look at that. You guys are there. My focus keeps missing right now, guys. What's going on there? What is up with let's go whole area. Whole area. Do I have eye autofocus? I think I should be. It's either that or it's grabbing my microphone. I think it was grabbing my microphone. 100% I want to see. Yeah, they're pretty quick. I was warming up. I sat down. Every time I go live now, I kind of chill out somewhere for a little bit to let like people like join the live and kind of see me for a little bit so that people know that it's my live. So I did that for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then I got up. So I was taking pictures of some birds at the beginning. And I took some video of some birds, too. I really want to live. Philly's all right, man. It's a city. It's a city like anything else, dude. I'm not really confident about my skills. You got to go outside every day, fiends. You got to go outside every day, bro. Go outside and shoot pictures every day, man. When I first got started with photography and video, man, I was outside every day. Every day. I'm not joking, man. And then weeks go by, days go by, weeks go by, months go by, years go by, and by the end of it, man, your confidence is like at an all-time high, dude. I still have a long way to go in order to start taking clients. You could have done it for free and then charge. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We got a buddy David that was doing free video work, and he just got his first paid client. Where is David anyways? Somebody go get David. Yeah, don't let that client go, especially if you make a nice camera. Got a nice camera. I have a football field near my house. I'll try and practice on that. Practice everywhere, dude. Go outside everywhere. Wherever it's safe, wherever you're allowed to go. We're just waiting for these previews to fetch, and then we're gonna be on. It's got like a little almost there. I just got this lingering cough, guys. I'm a fast learner, ain't new, and I ain't new to photography and video. Always had a good eye, so yeah, just learning how to do it. There we go. Develop. Just good. Hey, look at this bird. All right, let's check out this photo. Got a little bird here. Not the most interesting picture in the world, but she is a little bird. Let's see. Look at the details. Again, whenever I'm taking pictures of this and you're shooting like straight down into the ground, it won't make for the most interesting photo in the world because the pattern of the ground. The same thing happens in like basketball courts, ice rinks, and shit like that. So this was just a little bird, like it looked like he was like bathing in the dirt, like in the sand, like rolling around, like ruffling his feathers and shit. But yeah, none of these photos are gonna win any awards here. Just a little bird that I saw on the ground. This one actually wasn't too bad right here. I'll have to edit this a little differently. Yo, is that a sparrow? I have no idea what kind of bird that is. I doubt it. It might be. I don't know. I'm not good with my birds because birds aren't real. I also took a little video. This is a little Philly pigeon. This guy will fuck you up if you're not careful. He'll steal your wallet. Yeah, government drones, exactly. I love taking pictures of my favorite government drones. Exactly, dude. I need to get some kind of zoom lens. I'm trying to have it of animals. 70 to 200, bro. That's the one you want. 70 to 200. Yeah, so anytime, guys, anytime that I'm out shooting, by the way, I'm doing like these kind of street photography snapshots. Snapshots, we'll call them. Calling this street photography is very generous. You know, this is more like snapshots and stuff. But like, I always sit down and try to relax and like, you know, I'm not in a hurry, you know, and I say that to like kind of get myself in a zone or in a creative space so that I'm able to like kind of it takes me, I'm not the most creative person in the world. I'll admit that. Nowhere near the most creative person. I barely have any creativity, right? But because of that, I've recognized that it gives me, I need a little bit of time to like warm up and like ramp into like to getting into the zone, right? I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever gotten like that, but that's exactly how I operate. Where's the skateboarding? Skateboarding is right around the corner, man. I only stood here for like 20-30 minutes. This is where you found me yesterday, Antonio. And then I was warming up. I like I said, with the birds, and warming up with the birds, and they're around here. But while I'm here, I might as well edit these a little bit. Yeah, you gotta yeah, photographers wear black, dude. That's a rule. That's the rule. What software are you using for streaming and screen overlay? This is I'm using OBS, and I'm sending OBS to TikTok Live Studio. So right now I'm multi-streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I'm not Instagram. TikTok. So here are the skateboarders. This is the guy who gave me his Instagram. So let me see if I have any. I got a bunch of shots, so you guys are gonna see a lot of the same shots. Again, we're doing the same thing, not capturing the backs of people's heads. Not capturing the backs of people's heads. And trying to catch them, you know, looking our way. And right now we're just doing like a little bit of a soft edit. We're not doing anything too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We're just getting an idea for what kind of photos we got. Dang, how many megapixels? This is 45 megapixels. Black means you don't mess with us. No, black just means that black doesn't reflect light. What city? This is in Philadelphia. But now that I'm thinking about it, photographers and creatives on set, people on set all wear black usually. What camera did you use? Anna, I'm using a Canon R5 Mark II. For those of you guys that don't know, I was live during this session yesterday. So if you guys are ever interested in watching me, I was literally live hanging out with you guys. You guys are watching me interact with strangers in real life. I know, crazy, right? Talking to people in real life. But you guys got to see how I interacted with with people, everyday people. You know, and these guys, these skateboarders, these hoodlums, they're not as scary as you think they are. They're just ordinary people like you and me. I'm also not going to invite, you know, go into like get into like precarious, dangerous situations or dangerous neighborhoods that I have no business being in, you know. You got to be smart about it too. But here in Center City, everything's pretty chill, dude. Yeah, so these photos came out good. I'm shooting at 1/500. 1/500 is clean. Not megapixels. Megapixels. Brianna Miles, thanks for joining. I bet they be hot on hot days. Yeah, so on days like this, because it's springtime right now in Philly, and springtime in Philly, well, very similar climate to where you are in Ohio, right? Crop. Yeah, very similar to what it is over there. But again, I'm just going through these to do some soft edits. There are some photos that I remember that actually came out clean. Matte box versus lens hood. Lens hood for everyday stuff. This guy was doing the same trick over and over. I think he got it a couple times. Look at this. Hiya! I missed focus. This is kind of clean. He's like dabbing. But I do the aspect ratio of all of these for like social media, so like 4:5 or whatever it is. And I didn't capture any video on this one. I just did photos for these guys. Man, I could color grade that so dopely. So could I, man. So could I. We all have our own creative vision. I kind of like to stay true to life. But yeah, these photos are pretty cool, and I can create stuff with them. You know, these are my photos. My photos. And because I have so many megapixels, I can really zoom in and like, you know, this right here, I could put like, could be an ad. It could be used for anything, man. Did you send them to the skate? I'm editing them right now, Antonio. Hello. This isn't the future. Hello, Antonio. You're literally watching me do this live, broski. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, no, you never send raws, bro. Never send raws, bro. Let's see if we can get this guy to take off the full frame right here. So that's that one right there, and let's do a quick little. Again, this is a quick edit, you know. So I'm not really. This is a soft edit because these photos are all cool and all, but they're not really the ones that I remember liking too much. So these are gonna be kind of cool. And then because I like this photo, I can virtual copy this and then change the aspect ratio of it. So I can do like a super wide one like this and make it take up the entire frame. I can have them off to the side, but I kind of like them in the center a little bit. So this is a pretty dope photo. Again, I wouldn't use this for Instagram, but gorgeous photo. Yeah, these are pretty cool, man. Yeah, this photo is nice. I like the shutter speed, the 1/500. You're gonna like the photo I took. I took a portrait of this dude, and he was looking like a real cool skateboarder. He looked like a real cool dude. Do you shoot horizontal mostly? I shoot both, bro. It really depends. Oh, dude, I go outside on the city all the time, man, whenever I feel like it. Why does your cam look different? My cam? I don't know. I had the worst possible thing happen to a camera, the card slot failing. Damn, that sucks, bro. You see this guy laughing a little bit? I wish he would have been looking at me so I can capture his emotion. Different lens filter? I don't know. The filter that I got on here is, where are you, on TikTok? No, I swap this camera all the time though. I don't know when was the last time you were here. Oh, this is kind of a cool photo. Look at this. Let's see, do I have a better picture of a different facial expression here? That one looks better. That actually looks pretty dope. Solid. Thank goodness Sony covered under warranty, but I'm out for a camera. That sucks. But good thing Sony did cover it, man. Speaking of, you should think about posting your YouTube on TikTok streams. People would watch. I'm gonna reserve my long form content, most of it, a good portion of it, to YouTube. I'm not really, once I get my goal on TikTok, I'm not gonna be. My focus is like fucking up on this camera. I don't know what happened to it. Are my settings messed up or something? It shouldn't be. I can understand why some people want dual car. Yeah, dual car slots are for professionals, dude. This is kind of a cool photo, cool angle. So yeah, so I took a lot of this kid's photos here. Just trying to get some cool motion. Not too crazy, y'all. Whoa. Whoa. You know what I could do here? You know how some people have been doing the trend on Instagram I've seen where they're like grabbing the grid lines? I don't know if you guys can see the grid lines here. They're like grabbing the grid lines and like it looks like they're pulling it. So glad I didn't buy the A7 II Mark II back years ago. I want to make a short movie with low budget. Can you say one camera? R6, R50V. I haven't seen that trend yet. Yeah, I've seen some trend right now on Instagram. It's going by where people post a picture, but it looks like it has the overlay of the like of the grid lines, but somebody will be pointing in a direction, and wherever the grid line is closest, it'll be like stretching it. Kind of neat, kind of cool. I don't remember who I saw it from. I'd pull it up to show you, but I can't remember who I seen it from last. But it's trending right now. And I could do this on this guy. Like I could put one of the grid lines right here. And then I could have him pushing on this one because he's kind of like grabbing them a little bit, So it kind of looks like he'd be like pulling it. SWVA shop. What's up, buddy? I saw that trend yesterday. Yeah. That's what we're just talking about. I thought this photo right here would work for that. These are the photos I took yesterday, broski. You'll see Cowboy Man here in a second. Yeah, SWVA shop was hanging out with us yesterday, man. What's up with the rest of you guys? My magazine cover came out yesterday. Nice, send it, bro. I want to see that shit. This guy was kind of cool too. He was doing some cool guy skateboard tricks. Oh yeah. Crispy as fuck, bro. You see, SWVA shop, this is where you need the 6.7 megapixel camera, bro. This guy looks a lot older than everybody else that was here. But he was getting after it, man. He was getting after it. My magazine cover, I was here yesterday, but sleep. Of course, they had one typo, and I was like, come on, y'all. Damn. I would not be working with that publisher ever again. Fucking typos. That's amateur hour shit, dude. You know what the fuck would happen to me if I had a typo on anything that I published, dude? I'd get fucking fired, bro. I get it that typos happen, but in this day and age, man, it's unacceptable, dude. He might not be super old. I don't see any gray in his hair, but he's definitely in his late 20s. Definitely in his late 20s. But that might be unk status to you young bucks now. But look, he pulled off a move. He did a half skateboard on thingy guardrail 360 X wing turbine. Nah, he's 33 in this bit. He might be. This is actually a cool photo though. Let's see. Let's edit this real quick. Control copy. I want to kind of, let's see what kind of aspect ratio we can do. I think just his feet right here is kind of cool. Let's see how that looks. No, I think it needs to be the other way. So let's do... You can tell from his beard. He doesn't got a beer belly. He's trying, Antonio. Don't you make fun of this guy. Don't you make fun of this guy. He's out here trying, bro. He had to convince his wife and kids to let him go out. I don't know. I'd have to play around with this to see what works. But we won't spend too much time because again, these are just soft edits that we're doing. Nothing too crazy. David, there he is. All right, Vic. All right, Chester. I'll catch you later, bro. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. This guy kept trying the exact same trick, and he's got his buddy back here filming his TikToks. And he fucked up every single trick. He didn't land not a single one. So I stopped photographing him after a while. I was like, this guy sucks. Oh, he made that one. He might have got one. Was it him or was it his buddy? It must have not been him. But there was one, I think it was one of these guys. He kept fucking up every shot, every trick. Are any of these in focus? Did I get any of them? No, not really. Carolyn Studio, what's up, y'all? Yo, bro, can I ask a question? I'm new to photography. What lens can you recommend me? Canon lens? What are you doing, Mr. Magalanga? You should have shown him how it's done. Nah, dude, I didn't want to embarrass them. They were out there trying really hard, David, so. Plus, I didn't have the right socks on. But some of these photos might... Here we go. We got him smiling here. I wish he would have been looking at me, but he wasn't. That's okay. So anytime you guys see anybody smiling or having some sort of emotion, it's better if they're looking at you, of course. But if they're not, at least you can capture their emotion. So one thing I can tell you guys is to stop taking pictures of the backs of people's heads. You said I wasted my shutters. No, I wasn't wasting my attention. I could care less about the shutter, the shutter count. This guy in the yellow, he was doing pretty good. Like, look at this guy. Look at this move. He's doing a tail whip nasty 360 grind. That's the start of the shoot. That's the star of the shoot. This guy was pretty good, but then I did capture, like I said, I captured a guy that he posed for me. I got a portrait of him, and he looked really cool. He looked like a cool skater guy. Look how happy he is. He's like, yeah, look, mom. No, there was another guy. His name was, I forget. He's back here. This young fellow right back here in the green hoodie. He said, "Yo, cameraman, watch this." I said, "You better show me something." I was thinking Sony 64. 64 is nice, man. But what are you doing with it? Like, what are you trying to shoot? It's the 6400. I mean, you can get any Sigma lens, any Tamron lens. The 18 to, or what is it? 17 to 70 is really nice. 18 to 50 is really nice. Some of the prime lenses are really nice. Just depends on what you're doing, broski. I'm gonna go back to this area because these guys were. This was a cool shot. Maybe I'll get somebody that's, you know, I'll go to the spot so that if some of these guys are here again, they'll see me again, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's the guy with the camera." Just get an A7 III. I don't know. A7 III might be better. How much is an A7 III? About $1,000. That might be a better bet, actually, now that I think about it. Where are you located, sir? Planet Earth. Where are you located? Oh, here's Unk. Here's Unk right here. I wonder what he's listening to. I bet it's something sassy. Something sassy like Party in the USA. I have gray hair. I have gray hairs. I don't see too many. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on our buddy here. Looking to shoot pretty much everything automotive. I would check out the 18 to 50 overthrown EMAT, 18 to 50 or the 17 to 70. Those would be probably pretty good versatile lenses for you. I don't see no gray hairs in here, man. He's definitely in his higher 20s though. I'm getting the Falcam plate for the RS4. Did you already get the RS4 Mini? Hiya. What's the shot here, guys? What's the shot? Is it here? Him popping it up or him landing it? Look at this guy's cool shoes. Does anybody actually know skateboarding in here, or are you guys all just posers? Landing? I kind of like the sequence a little bit. Does he land it though? Oh, he biffed it. Fuck. So, okay, so we don't have him landing. So let's see. What's a cooler pose? Is it this or is it this? I think this is cooler, don't you think? Or is it him actually sticking? Let's do both. Fuck it. I had a lot of fun on this shoot, man. I really did. Michelle, what's up, Michelle? Thank you for following. Appreciate you. By the way, guys, if you guys are brand new here and haven't followed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you did. I'm trying my best to get to 9,000 followers by the end of this month. We'll see if we can get there. I do need your help to get there, though. If you're brand new here, I'm just editing some photos that I did yesterday. Some street photography snapshots of these skateboarders here. I did do a photo that I'm excited to get to here. Two sets of photos, actually, that I'm excited to get to, so... MK. Nah, he's wrong. Get a Tamron 28 to 75 FE. Not on a crop sensor, MK. On a crop sensor, that'll be like super punched in, bro. Especially if you're gonna be doing car photography and shit like that. Trust me, Overthrown. I know ball, bro. I know ball. If MK knew ball, he would have his own live and you'd be over there, but you're not, you're here. The 20, so what's a 28 punched in with an F with a crop sensor? What is 28 times 28 times 1.5? That's a 42, bro. That's not a lot of, that's not super versatile, man. So like that's like a 50 millimeter, dude. And if he asked earlier about doing car photography and like being versatile, you definitely want to be wider than that. For a starter, it is nah, bro. Believe me, man, I've done it. I've done it, broski. Yeah, automotive lifestyle and nature. The truth is true, Overthrown E, man, is like there is no like one lens that's gonna capture everything. So there is gonna be compromises. Now, am I saying what MK suggested is a bad lens? No, of course not. But based off of what you asked me about, like, you know, because think of what you're doing with an automotive like photo, right? So for the photo, especially at a car show, the 50 millimeters also included in the 18 or 17 to 70 that I suggested. So his focal length that he's recommending is already in there, right? So for car photography, what do you want? You want the entire car in focus, right? Like the entire actual car in its entirety. And then you also want to get quarter panel shots. You also want to get detail shots of some of the interiors and stuff like that. You'll be able to do that in a tight area, especially if you have like a wider 18 millimeter focal length or a 17 millimeter focal length. If you go up to the 28 to 75, you're already kind of excluding a couple of those shots. But just getting started, that's what I would recommend. But the other one that MK said is a decent lens, you know. The 17 to 70 Tamron is really good. The 18 to 50 Sigma is what I own. And it's just like I said, it just has that versatility that you're looking for to get started. Again, it's not going to be good for everything, but it's a decent lens. And by the way, the first lens that you buy, you guys, is not the last lens that you're ever going to get. I can say the same thing about cameras. Like, you're going to buy more shit, dude. What did you use for this pic? This whole sequence right here, I'm using a Canon R5 Mark II with a 28 to 70. I'm at 1/500, so I capture a lot of the the motion. I kept the motion. It depends on your tax bracket. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, and that's why I recommend some, you know, that's why I have options for like, the one thing that I won't compromise though is on shit lenses. Like, I'll never recommend you a shitty lens just because, or I'll never recommend you a lens because it's cheap. I'll recommend you a lens that is the cheapest, that is also really, really high quality. I need real estate clients, man. Got any tips? You need a 10 to 18 millimeter lens, and then start asking people to let them shoot their open houses. Do it for free. They don't pay that well though, bro. 250, 500 bucks a house, maybe 250 at most. Canon R5 is not 2K. Are you streaming on the... No, this is the Canon R5 Mark II. The Canon R5 I gave away to my little brother. I used to own it. Well, I guess I still own it, but... I usually use a full frame lens. I don't really like cropped. I like using crop lenses on crop sensors and full frame lenses on full frame cameras. Are you streaming on your phone today? This is a Canon R8. Using a Canon R8 today. What software are you using? This is Lightroom. This is the guy that kept fucking up his things. Oh, this is kind of a cool photo. It's a little overexposed here. What's the difference? Why would you use a cropped lens? I would use a cropped lens on a crop sensor because you get to use all of the optics. So on a crop sensor camera, I'd use cropped lenses so that and they're cheaper too. My aunt owns 2 realty companies. Hell yeah, you should ask her, bro. You should have been asked her, man. You need a wider lens though, Antonio. Get yourself a cheap $300, $200 Viltrox. Well, you make sure that it's a full frame lens. Either Viltrox. They sell a couple of cheap ones, but you need like a 12 millimeter, 14, 15 millimeter, Antonio, for your full frame camera. Wait, that's a good amount of money for one house? Nah, bro, not really. $250? Hell no, dude. It's all right. If you could do 4 or 5 of them in a day, yeah. But how many are there? You know what I mean? And how much traveling is required? If you could do 4 in a day, 4 in a week, that's some good extra cash, but it certainly is not enough to live on. Plus all the traveling and all that stuff. The 10 to 18 is the Sigma. 10 to 18 Sigma. I got it. It's a little expensive, but it's totally worth it for your camera. Very helpful, my guy. I'm gonna drop a file. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I go live all the time, overthrowing E-Man, so feel free to stop back in here. Yeah, I'm sure it also depends on the realtor. If you go to suburbs, they might pay more. That's about it, bro. $100 to $250. Now, if you go to like $1 million, $5 million houses. If you're fortunate to have those type of connections, then maybe you can charge more there. But if you're in the $400,000, $500,000 houses, up $250, $500. $250 to $500 is what I would aim for sure. I'm also starting videography. Should I invest in a drone or a gimbal? Depends on what you need, man. Depends on what you need first. What's going to make you money the fastest? I would invest in that. Am I a little hot right now, guys? Hold on. Is that a little better? Maybe I'll kick on this light here. There we go. Negative view photo. What's up, buddy? How are you, broski? Left behind the lens. Life behind the lens. I'm trying to shoot plans, but I have a 7300 right now. What setting should I use? Depends on your environment. Life behind the lens. Saw a Samya. Yeah, sounds like Korean noodles. Not that expensive. Yeah. I don't know if a Samyang, is it RF? David, you have an RF camera, don't you? Zillow, not Willow, autocorrect. Starting out work for Zillow, they pay pretty good. They have super low bar for its quality. Negative view photo. What is the range right there? The most that I've seen, like the averages, is about 250 to 500 for a home for a set of photos. It looks like 720 today. No, I'm at 1080. I should be at 1080. Let's see. Oh, I'm not at. Whoops. I'm at 4K right now, but so this is fucked up. Give a sec. Maybe that's what's going on. That should be better. There we go. That should be better. Somebody was saying earlier that I was lagging, and I think I know why. It's because my camera was set to 4K because I was using it to film. That's why. I was using it to film yesterday, 2 days ago. But my shit is at 1080, so. Especially when you're learning. That's not bad though. Yeah, no. 250 to 500, I don't think it's bad. I don't know if, I mean, it just depends on how much work you can get, you know? If you're doing one-offs, like that's not really that good. Well, I was gonna do more real estate videography. Yep, it's RFS. Yeah, so you need so just always double check that you got the right camera. I've got a Sony A7 III, but photography is more like a hobby. What camera should I get next? A7 IV, A7 V, bro. Higher dollar means contracts and portfolio checks. So if you shit looks like cell phone, it's a wrap. Facts, bro. I think 250 to 500 is great, and like, you know, and do a couple free ones, man. Build that portfolio up, you know. You got to have contacts and all that shit. So you're right, 100% right. Negative view photo. But honestly, it's encouraging us to get there, though. By the way, are you using star filter? I am using a star filter today. By the way, I am. I have it both on my both cameras today. On this one, I'm using a 6-point, and on this one, I'm using a 4-point. But my R8, now that my R8 is back, whoever said who was that said that? Was it Remember You? Yeah, Remember You. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. The thing was, just to break it down for you guys real quick, what was going on is that I was using my R8 right here, and I was using it to film a YouTube video the other day, and I set it to 4K 30, of course, and I just plopped it back on just before this stream started. The problem with it is that I have all of my canvases and my TikTok exporting to 1080, and when I send a 4K signal to a 1080 output, it like compresses it like a lot more than it should. So it was looking like buns. Now I should be a lot smoother. By the way, are you using, what's your star filter? I have it linked in my Amazon storefront. They allow you to take multiple gigs, and Zillow don't care how many you just take. Just make sure it's done. Nice. I spent a year doing a bunch of virtual tour work with my. How was that, man? I have a lot of I have a lot of 360 cameras, and I've never done it for that. Was it easy to do? Yes, much smoother now. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate. I didn't even think about that, man. Are you more of a Canon guy? Yeah, 100%. The filters are iconic. Yeah, I bought this. I can show you guys actually the filters that I got. I just bought them the other day. They are. I'll show you on my Amazon storefront. Did I add them? I should add them though. I'll show you guys real quick. Edit, add products, your orders. I think they were the last thing I bought. Oh no, I bought I bought groceries last. K and F. Nope. I guess I'll just go over to my duplicate. Your orders. K and F star filters. That's what they were. You guys get to see all my groceries. Where the fuck are they, dude? I bought this. Here it is. Boom. These star filters. Pretty cheap, dude. $32.99. Not bad at all. I need to go turn on my AC. So let me add this. Add to my list here. Lens filters and accessories. Boom. Now they are here somewhere. Filters are iconic. Yeah, it is. Oh, by the way, today I found out my UV filter was scratched up from the K&F is coming tomorrow. Good thing it was your filter and not your actual your lens. Me when my client asked me if I finished editing. Mine turned on auto. It's supposed to be like 85-ish today. Keeping my ass inside the house. Is it going to be hot today? I need to turn on my AC in the house too. I just have, I don't have central AC. I have window units. And those things, if I leave them on in the summer when it's like crazy hot, I do leave them running all the time. Bill doesn't get too crazy. So that's unfortunate with that. But the only people that live in my house are just me and my cats. So it's not that big of a deal. My cats can live, you know. But yesterday, a negative view photo, I was in the across the street from City Hall at the skate park, just taking photos of some hip guys doing skateboarding things. Dude, you live on 69th Street? Oh, you live way out there. Shit. We got nothing. I had to buy my own. Yeah, I asked my landlord. I don't own my home. I rent. And I asked my landlord if they could get me some. And over the year, I've lived here for a while, man. I like this apartment. My situation. Over the years, they've given me a couple throughout the years. And then I might have bought a couple fans, but it's a pretty decent situation I got going on here. 69th. Was I out there the other day? I was over there on Baltimore Pike, over there on 43rd for a karate school that I did this past weekend, 2 weekends ago. Antonio, that's what you just unlocked the cheat code, bro. I'm telling you, man, you unlocked the cheat code. You unlocked a cheat code, man. You can make money with your fucking camera, dude. Yeah, I live right across the transport station. Oh, nice. Well, that was from audio, so I imagine camera work. Yeah, same thing, man. It depends. It depends. But money can be made, dude. Money can be made using your creativity, man. And of course, that's like easy and stupid to say. Like, yeah, of course. Who the fuck doesn't know that? But the unlock is that you can do it. I can do it. I can make money with what I imagine. You know what I mean? Like, of course, yeah, anybody can, everyone else can do it. But the fact that I can do it, that's the unlock. When I first realized that, man, I was using my cell phone and I got paid $20. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, this is cool. I can do this. Chris Garcia, good morning, buddy. Welcome in, man. We're just editing some photos today, hanging out. This guy has a cool look too. Have a nice day, asshole. Look at that picture. That is cool. Did you guys see this? Have a nice day, asshole. I love the attitude, man. Back where I'm from, $20 gets you. Yeah, again, this $20 was 6-7 years ago for me now, but you guys get my point, you know. This is actually a cool picture right here to be like landscape. I can get all the skateboarders in the general area right here. It's kind of cool. Frame him right in the center. Have a nice day, asshole. Love this. I like this guy's sweater right here. Love this guy's attitude. Yeah, my professors told me once, never say no to a gig, just learn before. Yeah, for sure, dude. I need to come through to the park. I mean, they always skated there. They just removed the art, right? So they rebuilt it. They rebuilt it into this area. For the longest time, it just opened up. Was it this year? It was recently. So they rebuilt it. It was under construction for a while, and now it's like a dedicated skate. Like it's actually made for this. And because I work right across the street over on 16th, and yesterday was one of the nicer days. Let's see if I got another shot of this guy. Yeah, it was a nice, last month. Yeah, so I haven't gone over there the past month. It's been a little spotty, but yesterday I was feeling inspired, creatively inspired to go out, and I just kind of wandered over here. But I'm gonna go back once a week or so and like kind of grow some familiarity with the scene there, because I did get some dedicated portraits from one of these guys. So once I go there a couple more times, maybe some more people will recognize me and will be more susceptible to letting me take their portrait intentionally, right? Because I only got one yesterday. And then I always go over to Love Park, you know, where the love sign is, and try to get some people that are just doing some, you know, the love sign photos and stuff, the classic ones. And I got some and right now people are graduating, so I got some graduates. I got one graduate, I should say, that needed some photos, so I captured her headshot. So you guys will see that here in a little bit as well. I'll bring Big Baby and come through. Let me know, bro. Let me know next weekend. I only am in the city weekdays, so I'm only there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But anyways, if you're out there, man, hit me up, bro. I'd love to do some street photography and some street some snapshots. I go to like different little neighborhoods, you know, just in that general area. I work at Penn, so I kept helping out all the student photogs. Nice, bro. What millimeter are these shot in? I'm using my I'm using Big Bertha. I'm using my 28 to 70. I was using this kit yesterday. Canon R5 Mark II with Big Bertha, aka 28 to 70. aka the thickness, aka Big Chungus. My dot card is about to get used. Yeah, man. Yeah, these shots are kind of cool. I shot it in, if anybody cares, f2, 70 millimeter, ISO 100, 1/500. 1/500 gives me just enough motion blur in the arms. So I was really happy with 1/500. It was kind of nice. And I shot this in manual. But this is 70 right here. So this, I'm super far away. So this is 70 millimeters, but because I'm using an R5 Mark II, I got a lot of megapixels that I'm able to really, you know, get in there. 500. What would you shoot skateboarding at, or that kind of motion, like bicycle, BMX and stuff? I tried 1/1000, and it was a little too, I don't know. I kind of found that 1/5 was just about right. 12. Oh wow. I might have to try a little bit higher than 500 then. 500 is the minimum, or 1200 is the minimum? Any recommendations for Sony lens 20 to 70, 12 to 15, or 15, whatever one you were saying? Well, if you, Antonio, if you want to do like real estate, you're gonna want a 16 to 35, but those are like super expensive for something that you're not sure about. You got to get something in the wide. You got to get something like a 15 or a 16 or a 12 or a 14, something in between 10 and 20. And I'm sure that you can find a prime lens in there. What camera is good for a content creator for 800? R50V for sure. The R5 is snappy though. 1K is the minimum. I'll try 1K next time. I don't think I was at 1K in any of these photos. These are all 1/500. And I guess what I'm saying is, yes, I didn't grab like the guy's hands in motion when they're like flailing. And this one wasn't a very good photo to begin with, but like his face and his body is in focus, but the hands have just enough motion blur to, but again, I guess it depends on the photo that I'm trying to take, right? Like if I want everything just whap, snappy, then definitely in the 1000s, right? 1K. I'll check it out, man. I'll keep that in mind because I'll be back at this spot right here for sure. Julia, hello. Julia, I got some skateboarding pics, Julia. So I have a question about ISO. I know how it works for videography, but how does it work? About the same, dude. Thoughts on the R7? I like the R7. I actually am thinking about selling my R7 once the R6V comes out. I might not though. Just because I don't use my R7 for anything. But I don't want to, I might sell my R10 now that I think about it though. R7 is nice. I just don't, my R7 sits, and it's because I use my R10 more. I don't know why. I just don't grab the R7 as often. You said earlier to shoot open houses for realtors, right? How do you meet them? David, you're in Australia, right? So I would probably, I mean, anything that I could tell you is more like, you know, based in the United States. So I would just, in part of your network, man, chances are that you know somebody that knows somebody that is a realtor. So I would just start asking people. It's probably the easiest way. Second way is probably to see what other people in Australia do. You know what I mean? What other people in your area have done to get started. But networking is always like the best way to get started, dude. And being like a nice person. You know what I mean? just being good to. I like this kid's hair right here. It looks really cool in the shot. I might be able to edit this a little differently too. Anytime I find a good shot, I always like do a soft edit on it, and then I create a virtual copy once I kind of do like the first soft edit, and then I change the aspect ratio of it just to like kind of play around with it, because this one might be, because I got his buddy over here, and like this shot might be cool if I can get him and his buddy in it, you know, like this, and then find like a decent composition. He's off too far off to the edge right here, but it still might work. It's actually pretty good. They're a little too close to the edge, a little bit too close to the edge, but I don't have any more photo. Should I buy the Canon R6V? Probably. Like go to estate agents in person and looks better than a cold message. Yeah, I would go where real estate agents are. I wouldn't be walking into like offices of people. I mean, you could, but I don't think you'll have a lot of success with that. You might. But again, a better than a cold open, cold DM, cold call, cold email, all of that kind of stuff. Ask your network. Ask your friends, like your friends. Hey, are your parents realtors? Do you guys know anybody who's a real estate agent? You know, just, and then have an introduction, even if it's like a second or third person removed. That's better. That's much better. You'll have higher success than a cold open. I'm shooting for a food van in about an hour. Third shot this week. Nice, Joe. Fucking right, broski. Joe, send me the work that you do whenever you're done, bro. I'd love to check it out. 18 to 300. Is that the new Sigma? That I was looking at that lens before. You can honestly email the office advertising that you do with a link in your portfolio. Yeah, negative view photo. Our friend David here, who's asking, he hasn't shot any real estate. I guess you could send your non-real estate portfolio to a portfolio agent, but I think a better success, you'll have higher success. Not to say that that won't work. Of course it'll work in numbers. In numbers, you can get it to work. Yeah, send them over, bros. Send me a DM and I might check them out live. By the way, anytime that you guys send me your guys' stuff and you guys happen to stop back into the live, let me know. And if I have an opportunity, I'll show it to the rest of the live. If you guys are brand new here yet and haven't followed yet, please consider doing so. Really trying to get to 9,000 followers by the end of this month. So I really need your support with that. Thing is, you will need work to get work. Facts, bro. There's that catch-22, man. But another, you know, to negative views point right here, like I want to kind of add to that is like, from one week to the other, when you decide, hey, I want to try to do real estate, or I want to do commercial photography, I want to do product photography, in 1 day to 1 week, you might not see a lot of progress, right? But if you work at this goal that you set for yourself, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, in 6 months from now, you're going to be a lot closer to that goal than you were in 1 week's time. Of course, that makes sense, right? But just think about it. Just put in the work for an extended period of time and focus on that goal. By the end of the month, dude, you're going to have contacts. You're going to have done some research, created some photography, maybe done a couple of free shoots for some people, and just build on it, you know? The Sigma 18 to 30 is a brilliant lens. It's my first time using it in a paid shoot. I mean, I've never used it, but I am a little interested in it. Yo, so I shoot on APS-C. Should I invest in a Sony f4 18 to 105 or 18 to 135? I've never used those lenses before. Is it a constant f4? That's true. That's true. Like the real estate guys, they want to use your work. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yachts would be kind of cool too. Boat sellers. Yeah, I'd try to work with those guys as well, man. Just try it, dude. Once you do a few jobs for them, though, you are locked. Facts, dude. And also being a good person and like easy to work with quick turnaround times. Like if you say you're gonna do something and then you deliver exactly what you said you were gonna do, bro, you're already ahead of like 90% of the other schmucks that they've worked with, right? So if you get a job and you deliver, I don't want to say you promise 24-hour turnaround. I'm not saying that, but if you say I'm going to deliver you 50 photos in 7 days after the job is complete, and you deliver 50 photos in 7 days as you said, as you specified, you're already 90% ahead of everybody else, man. Just deliver on exactly what it is that you say you're going to deliver. It's nice being able to carry a lens that can do it. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Harrison Wang, one of your your comments got filtered for some reason. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You deleted it. What are you editing? I did some photos of some skateboarders. Just did some snapshots, street photography of skate park. This was the kid. This was the kid that kept biffing the whole time. Is that a cool photo of him falling? It's not too interesting. Just basically do what they ask of you. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's another reason, negative view photo. You might agree or disagree with this, but I always ask them, I always ask the client, potential client, what do they want? And what I mean by that is like, I never have a list of my services, a detailed like outline of everything that I provide. If somebody's inquiring with me, I ask them exactly what it is that they want. What do they want delivered? And then if I can do it or not, I say, okay, I'm going to deliver just that. I'm giving you exactly what you want. You know what I mean? I'm not adding extra here. I'm not adding extra there. Oh, by the way, I can also do this. I'm giving them on the first couple of jobs exactly what they order. I've just sent the link to my portfolio. All right, Joe. Thank you, bro. Yeah, this new gig that you got today, bro, send it over whenever you're done. If you're working businesses, you have to ask questions because they obviously have concerns. I've convinced my mate to buy a camera and now he's into it as well. Nice. Doing what he is saying is asking them what were you trying to achieve so you know what to do for you. Exactly. What if the client doesn't know? So there's a thing too. I've made a YouTube video about finding high quality clients. And one of the things that I've defined in a high quality client is somebody that already knows what it is that they want. Working with somebody that doesn't have like creative vision or like any fundamental idea of what it is that they want, it's going to be you're going to have a tough time working with them, man. And also you're getting paid to photograph, not really getting paid for the creative side of it. Unless you want to get paid more, and then you have to be the creative director as well. Exactly. They already know where they want where your photo work or your video work is going to fit into their marketing. They already know what needs they have, and they're looking for you to fit that need. Exactly right. Exactly right, dude. Yeah. And in the context of a property, they're like, yeah, let's go see what you do. It's like, no, I need these shots. I need shots of the living room. I need shots of they're very specific. And like, you don't want to work with somebody that's just, oh, just go, you know, that doesn't make for a good, you're not going to have a good time. Why did you comment no on my video? I don't even know what your video was. Shot by contraption. I might have been answering a question that you posed in the video if I did. But off the top of my head, I have no idea what you're talking about. This guy got me. Look, he's smoking a doobie. He's smoking marijuanas, guys. See that? That's kind of a cool photo. How many marijuanas do you think is in that cigarette? I'm going to say there's at least 2 marijuanas in there. If they advertise a nice fireplace, they'll be asking you for a couple. Yeah, facts, dude. Yeah, features and stuff. They feature a nice kitchen. Facts, dude. There's probably at least 2 marijuanas in there. I'm using a 70 Mark II as it's old reliable. Yeah, there's at least 2 marijuanas. Actually, that's a cool frame right there too. Let's see. We'll get a couple of him here. He's smoking marijuanas out in public, so I doubt that he'll care that I highlight his marijuana usage. Plus, it's legal in PA, so. Or it's, at least in Philadelphia, it is. So we right-click, create a virtual copy. Julie, I did some graduation pics too. You might like those as well. I saw a girl with her mom with a cap and gown, and they were kind of struggling taking selfies with a cell phone. So I just went up to them and asked them if they needed some photos. And she said, yes, please. So I got some nice photos of them as well. That's a cool photo too. This is the kid, by the way, that we exchanged social media information. So I'm gonna be sending him this photo. And next time I go out there, if he's a regular of this park, he'll remember me. And then obviously he's with a group of friends, so I'll be able to get more headshots of his friends groups and stuff. And this is how a relationship and like familiarity with people like develop. It's not one day to the next. It's weeks, months. It just takes time, you guys. What do you guys like? You guys like this? Or do we like it a little bit more centered here? I'm looking at the background too. Like I'm trying to center his friends in here. That's actually kind of cool right here. I'm cutting him off at the thighs. Maybe if I keep the Nike symbol a little bit more. This is so strange as a Brit, people seeing smoking in public. Marijuanas? Yeah, dude, marijuanas, man. If you want business money, you have to learn what business that those businesses aren't people. Yeah, it's business, dude. My favorite type of people to work with, man, is when I quote them a price, they're like, okay. They don't even like, oh, well, you know, because they're a business, dude. They have a budget, you know? That's really nice. I would have cried. Yeah, they were pretty cool. I'll show you the picture. I'm getting close because after I met this guy, I kind of lingered for maybe 10, 15 more minutes, and then I walked away and got some more photos. That's really nice. I would have cried. What do you think of the Canon R50 Mark II? It's pretty expensive. If you can even use the R50 Mark II, the M50 Mark II is still like 500, 600 bucks, unless you can find it for like, I don't think it's worth that. You could probably find it for 350, 300. That would be kind of worth considering used. But I would definitely get the R50 or the R50V. Yeah, it's illegal here. Marijuana is illegal in England, is it? That kind of reminds me of Last Supper in a way. It kind of does a little bit, right? So I like this portrait right here because I'm looking at the background, right? And I can see the guys in the back, kind of cool. But I want to do a third photo here. And I want to just highlight his face because he looks like a cool dude. We'll see if there's a portrait here. We'll see. I want to do something kind of like this. Like something really tight, you know? Maybe I'll change the shape of this. Maybe this will be square. I don't want to. There we go. Maybe I'll keep his tattoos in the frame. A little bit too much headspace. Maybe his hands need to be in it. I think that's fine. He looks dope. Yeah, this is the guy. I forget his name. I got his name. He sent me a message on social media. He had a cool name too. His name was, let's see, Alston. Alston. So he's going to be getting these photos after this edit here. Hey, I'm trying to find a monitor. What section is that under your storefront? It's under camera rig, if I remember correctly, guys. It's the Viltrox, the DC550 is the one that I like. Camera rigs. The DC550, and I also like the Atomos Ninja is the one that I have. Atomos Shinobi makes some pretty good ones. But I own 4 of these fucking monitors right here. They're super cheap. They're nothing great, but they work just fine. They're like 150 bucks. The Viltrox DC550 Pros. Those are the ones that I use. Again, I have 4 of these fucking things. Oh shit! You guys probably couldn't even see that, could you? My bad. I'm in a different. Here we go. Whoops. There it is. But it's more like expensive. I found the M50 for like $300 with a lens. Yeah, that's about as much as I'd pay for the M50. Crazy work, last supper of skating. Hey, I'm trying to find a monitor already. This photo is OP. It was a pretty cool photo. I'm pretty sure Viltrox got a new, bigger yeah, Viltrox did upgrade. These monitor has been out for several years, dude. I've had them for a while. But again, back to what I always tell you guys is like, I only recommend stuff that I know is decent, you know, that I use every day. Joe, thanks for stopping in, Joe. Appreciate it. Hey man, any suggestion on camera bags? I have suggestions on my Amazon storefront. Who is that? Chino? Yeah, if you go to my link in bio, Chino, you can see everything I recommend. To get to my link in bio, guys, all you got to do is hit my profile picture. And then the first link in the bio, I have an Amazon storefront. And you just click on that. And then I have a whole category of bags that I own personally. And in here, for a big, large kit, I have my 35 liter, I should say. It's an expensive bag, but you're probably looking for something in the 35 liter if you have a lot of kit. Yeah, so this guy was skating around and he got to a point where he saw me and he was like, hey camera guy, check this out. But he said it all cool like and skateboarder like. Damn, it's unavailable. It's there somewhere. You can find it at a different store. But if you're going to be doing video work, you definitely want to be, you would definitely want a monitor at some point, dude. Again, you guys don't have to buy all this shit all at once, man. You know, all the gear that I own, I bought it over the course of like, years, bro. Years, literally. Not his pants nearly fall. I think that's how kids wear it, man. Here's this guy again. Watch, he's gonna fall again. See? That was that kid. He did that same trick like a million times. His buddy's like, man, you whack, bro. He's like, I'm getting out of here. You got gas, bro. Yeah, the youths wear their pants like that. Exactly, Julian. So yeah, this guy started coming out and then, oh, look at here. Is he looking at me? No, he's not. He's got a skull. He's got a skeleton on his neck, bro. You know he means business. This guy's serious. Look at all the chains he has too. That guy means business. I'm trying to find a good shot of him laughing and then looking at me at the same time. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad. Oh, here we go. So here's where he caught me. He's like, hey, photographer, watch this. Oh, and he's smoking marijuanas. So this will be a cool shot. This is the shot right here. Let's see if we got it, guys. Yeah. Is he looking at me? Can you see his marijuanas? You can. Let's see. Is he looking forward at all? That's a pretty cool shot there. I wish there was a puff of smoke coming out. Let's see. Let's find where the cool frame is at. I think the best frame was when he just stuck the landing. Where he stuck the trick, I guess. Valerie Visions, what's up, Valerie? All right, broski, got my night shift coming. All right, man, thanks for stopping in, bro. I got to roll, but I will most definitely see if I can go downtown Thursday just to do stuff. Yeah, hit me up, bro. Hit me up. Thursday, I'll be in the city. So let me know if you're there. Right around 4 or 5 p.m. and we'll head over there. If not, I'll catch you on the next one, man. There'll be more opportunities, I'm sure. Just hope I don't get stabbed. Why would you? Good thing is I don't have to worry about that in my country. Getting stabbed? I think this is the shot right here. Or do we like his arms flailing a little bit more? I think we like that a little bit more. In Philly, I guess I don't really have a fear of getting stabbed. No, definitely not stabbed. Also, I'm in Center City right here, so this is like... Granted, anything could happen anywhere. Also, I'm not a woman. You know what I mean? So I'm not like fearful of things. I don't have that like natural fear. Not because women are more scaredy cats, but generally speaking, women are targeted more because they're more vulnerable, right? Maybe shot? No. Not in Philly. Not in Center City, man. The thing is, man, people that live outside of the city, they always have like, because it's the news and stuff, right? They only ever highlight like the bad stuff. But like any major city, regardless of what country you're in, if you're in a spot where you don't belong and you know you're not supposed to be there and you have no business being there and something happens to you, you're probably there doing some shit that you shouldn't be doing. Either trying to get drugs, buy drugs, sell drugs. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing, right? Does it happen where innocent bystanders get hurt and like people that live there get hurt? Sure, but like me being out here in public, it's not that scary. Am I gonna go to North Philly walking around with my $5,000 camera? No, because that's just stupid. I have no business being there. You know what I mean? But you also got to be smart, right? You also got to be smart. So this photo worked. Let's do create virtual copy. Yeah, exactly. And like also when you're doing club shows and stuff, You know, it's unfortunate, but it's the reality. Is like, dude, you know that you shouldn't be, and anywhere where there's people drinking and it's nighttime. So here's the thing. The worst of the worst things usually happen between like 11 p.m. and like 4 a.m. So I've you know, I live a much different life now. But I have no business. My ass has no business not being at home by 11 p.m. You know what I mean? It just there's no reason for me to be out past 11 p.m. I have no interest of being out there. I don't think I like this right here. This doesn't really work. No, I kind of cut him off. I think he needs to be big like this. Actually, you know what we'll do for this one? Let's go wide. If you guys don't know, you can hit O on your keyboard and you can cycle through the different aspect ratio grid lines. What is a good f-stop on the 50mm for scenery, and the 24-105 can become heavy? Heavy? Come on, Valerie. It's a good f-stop. I like f2, f2.8, f5.6. Between f2.8, f5.6 is pretty decent. Right around there, maybe f6, 6.2, 6.2, right? When I was on tour filming, I'd back the hotel at 3 a.m. Yeah, dude, there's nothing good happens at that time, dude. It's just the reality, man. This photo worked, dude. This photo worked. I could probably do a different edit right here, but I kind of like the... Ooh, look at the black and white, yo. The black and white looks clean, doesn't it? Let's do a couple black and whites. Ooh. That's how you know I like something, when you hear that sound. Ooh. Let's see. Black and white. Yeah, the black and white does look cool. We like the crushed blacks or the soft blacks? I kind of like the soft blacks a little. The crushed black loses too much detail, I think. These are the photos, by the way. So this is the difference right here, guys. All the shots that you were seeing before were all snapshots of me just kind of like goofing around. But when this guy came up to me and he like started talking to me, I asked him for some intentional photography, like not some poses, but like, hey, let me shoot you with some intentionality. And this is the difference right here, right? All of these other ones were like, when in doubt, black and white, exactly right. Exactly right. If you ever have a photo that you just can't get right, put that motherfucker in black and white, bro. When in doubt, black and white. Exactly right. Julia, how do you know, Julia? Who told you that? Valerie, by the way, how do you like in that 24-105? Besides it getting a little heavy on you. The salon guy, what's up, buddy? How are you? So he landed this trick and he was skating right up to me. I wish he would have been looking right at the lens. But then at the last second, he came out. And look, you can see his marijuanas. Damn, he's blurry. Fuck. Did I get him at all? No, I lost the focus. You got to hold the shot, boys. Here it is. Let's see. So this is the guy. Look how high he is. He's fucking stoned out of his mind. Let's see if we got a cool shot, though. I kind of like the whole skateboard. There we go. Here it is. Boom. This is it. This is the shot, boys. Let's straighten up the edges a little bit. Yep. We'll do a couple frames here. Thoughts? Our 6V is gonna be sick, dude. It's great. Good. Did you get the EF or the RF version? By the way, the 24 to 105 f4 is on my short list. It's just pretty low on my short list. My black and whites come out with green undertones sometimes. Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. Sometimes it depends on which ones you're at though. Which preset you're using. For me, that's a no-brainer, Valerie, because it's the f-stop. So the f4, that's the one thing. That's the reason why it's so low. It's lower on my wish list is because of the f4 limitation. But yeah, without a doubt, you're gonna have a better time, on the 50 millimeter at nighttime easily. The f4 is limiting, dude. It is. All right, so let's do a couple of these because he had some good portraits here. Let's do should we do a square one? No, let's do this one. That's a good shot right there. So there's one, and then let's do another one that is square. And let's just do right where his necklaces are. That's pretty dope. We want a photo that he can send to his mama. It's great for daytime and golden hours. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the 24 to 105 is nice. But which one did you get? Remind me, the EF or the RF? Yeah, this photo came out nice. I was pretty happy with this set right here. So that was the guy that actually let me take his photos and stuff. So I hope to see him again. And I already sent him, well, I'm going to send him these photos. So after this, I lingered for another 10, 15 minutes. And then, so I got enough of these guys already. Oh, this guy's doing a front slide nose 360 grab. EFL. Yeah, EFL is nice. Yeah, really cool lens. And if you bought it used already, all of its value is it's depreciated, you know, enough that if you ever choose to sell it, you're going to sell it for close to what you bought it for. If I could find the 24 to 105 LEF for under 800 bucks, I would scoop it up. But it normally is about 900 to 1,000. Ah, yes, the front nose grab. Yeah, the front nose grab 360 turbine. The 360 wind knuckle. There's his buddy again. He's like, man, this guy sucks, dude. I'm wasting all my storage on my cell phone. No, I'm kidding, guys. After I had moved to the other side, some more guys came out, which was kind of cool. So I did at the end here. This guy was pretty good too with the hat. You could tell he's good because of his hat. You see that right there? If you see a skateboarder with this kind of hat, he's going to be good. Oh, look at all his scars, you know? So the hat plus all the scabs. That's how you know when a skateboarder is good, when he has the scabs and the hat right there. But it wasn't backwards do how good he is really. Well, you know, how I see it, Julia, is that's sport mode. So whenever it's frontwards, he's still kind of casual, but once you put it backwards, you immediately you unlock sport mode, you know, so I think this photo right here, him kicking up to the bench is cooler. This one right here where he's in the air. 10 a.m. Julie, I'm gonna get to these the portraits of the graduation picture in a second because I wanna. Oh, this is kind of a cool photo right here. Oh, damn, he's blurry. Are any of these sharp? Fuck. I think my setting was on automatic. My AF. I should have switched to people, but because I'm a fucking idiot, I forget when I change settings and then don't change them back. Like a goober. Like a goddamn nerd. Also, I guess another thing I can mention is because I was out here in these, so this area is for skateboarders, right? Like this isn't for photographers. So I don't want to be like in their space, like all up where they are, because I don't want to be like intrusive. I'm a guest here, informally a guest, right? So I also don't want to be an asshole and like, you know, take it upon myself to be all up in their area and shit like that, because that's not cool either. So just respecting the unwritten rules of wherever I am, right? Because I want these guys to invite me. You know, I want these guys to like that I'm there. You know, not just being a fucking nuisance. It's like, oh, that's the guy with the camera that shot us the other day. Yeah, that's me. Let's get some shots. Yeah, so I'm always like aware of that, right? Not to a point where it's like crippling, you know, where I'm off in a corner like a weirdo, like hiding or anything like that. Like they clearly see me. They clearly see what I'm doing. And also, when I show up with gear, like people recognize my cameras. People recognize like that looks like a nice camera, you know? I'm not just some guy with like looking like a weirdo. This guy's new. This big black guy right here. This guy, as soon as I moved position, he started coming out. Is that a cool shot? That's kind of a cool shot, right? I want to get him head on though. See, I remember him trying another trick. I got a bunch of this guy. He was out there the entire time. So I did get a good collection of him. So let's try something different with him. Let's try something tight. This works, I think. Yeah, not too bad right there. It's all in the flick of the wrist. Here's our buddy Alton. He's high as shit. You think the marijuanas makes him stronger? That's kind of a cool shot. That was probably the best one that I got of him. I don't know anything about skateboarding, so I don't know where the cool part of the trick is. You know what I mean? Like where the photo opportunity is. Is it when he pops the board, or is it like after he's on the thing? During? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It could be. It could be. I did that rice and beans video on Instagram, and it's doing pretty good on Instagram. The rice and beans video. That was kind of funny, right? Let's go black and white on this guy. Kind of a cool photo. I needed to be on this side of this guy. Again, the goal with my photos is I'm always trying to capture their face. It was hilarious. Good. Other people are thinking so too. I did pretty good on Instagram. I got a bunch of this guy as well. Is this another good one? Let's see. Come on, come on. That is kind of a cool photo. Let's get this one. I try my best to grab a set from everybody. Like at least 1 or 2 photos, not just a single photo from people. If there's more than one, we'll grab more than one. Ideally, we try to aim for more than one, at least I should say. Not always possible. Not always possible. Yeah, this was the last guy, definitely. And then I started making my way to the love sign. Oh, I got this guy with a pizza. Look at this. I got a cowboy. Look at that. Let's see if there's something here with this pizza guy. Just holding a pie. Yeah, and then we got a cowboy over. This cowboy, he didn't look at me, but he looks cool. Look at this fucking image though, dude. Again, back of the guy's head, not that cool, but you know what? I need more context in this photo, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go this way. We need to see what he's looking at, right? So he's clearly looking at the graduation stuff over here. Straighten it out a little bit. There we go. We'll use that. Not gonna win any awards, but he looks cool in his suit with a cowboy hat. Oh, and here's the young woman that just graduated. So let's see what we got here. Let's do these photos. Straighten it out. Bathroom art. Exactly right, Julia. Exactly right. Let's bring down the highlights a little bit in the sky. Yes. Perfect. Look at this. About to go make bathroom art myself. The bathroom. Yeah, right. The #2 bathroom art. Like some sculpting, some making clay. Trevor. Ooh, that's nasty. This is a good photo. Let's see. I want to chop this photo up. Should we make this one black and white? Why not? Right? We'll do some black and whites. That looks cool too. And then we'll see if we can get, because I did get some dedicated portraits of her, so we'll save the close-ups for that. I just graduated. Yay. Good for you. Good for you. Bring down the highlights a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Control copy. Perfect. Reflexión Relatos. What's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? So this is the other girl, the other person that we exchanged information. So I'm going to be sending her these photos here shortly. She blew a kiss here. Let's see. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. 4x5. Here we go. Center it up. We'll do this one in black and white as well. Editing yesterday's photos. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Were you there with the live Reflexiones? Yeah, yesterday I came home. I got home around 7:30, ate something, and then passed out. Yesterday was a busy day. It was good. I was a little bit still using the Canon 6D Mark I. Nice, bro. If it still works, man, use what you got, bro. YouTube's been a little quiet today. That's okay, though. That's okay. This past weekend, I did really nice on YouTube. I posted a video. I need to post more work on YouTube. There we go. Here's another one. I just want to make sure that she's in focus. These are all good. Is that the final pose? Let's see, because I don't know if she's getting set. I think she's going to kick her foot out a little bit. Cap and gowns aren't very flattering, you know what I mean? But this is I think this is a flattering photo right here. She's a very pretty girl too. Yeah, she's very attractive, so she's gonna look good regardless, you know what I mean? Beautiful. Cool. I was a little bit. This is Lightroom Classic. Yeah, Lightroom, Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic. On my desktop, I always use Classic. On mobile, oh, and then we had Mom come in. Let's see. I asked them to get a little bit closer. Come on, Mom, get in there. Mom is very pretty too. This is a good photo. Brighten this up a little bit. So this is a good photo of Mom. Let's see if we got a couple more with Mom. That one's good. She's not looking at me. She's like looking, which is a little it's a shame that she wasn't looking directly at me. Because now I can't zoom in on her face. No transform, auto align, and everything. I just do auto align. I don't do much on the in the transform tab. All that I do is really just straighten it out a little bit. My edits are pretty basic, dude. Like I don't really do. I like the true to life stuff, you know, enhance some colors when I can, but like not really. There we go. That's a good one too. Just got to make sure that their faces are in focus. There we go. Perfect. And then I got some like really close up portraits of her. So those should come out. Those are coming up here soon. Would you recommend getting Lightroom on the one with the Photoshop? It depends if you use Photoshop, bro. If you know how to use Photoshop, I would get the Photoshop one for sure. I have the Creative Cloud. I have all of them. Just because I've had them for years. I've had them for so long that it's just it's a business expense for me, you know. Here we go. Nice. Look at this. Yeah, this is going to work good. Let's brighten it up a little bit. Bring down the highlight a little bit, and let's crop her in. Maybe a little bit like this. We're going to have to delete this person. You guys think we can delete this person just from, let's see, object select, detect objects. I think my computer will explode because I'm rendering right now. Remove. Pretty decent. I think that works. That eliminates that distracting part over there of what was on this corner. So that works. Let's make this one black and white too. Why not? The structure in the background is all wonky. I would try to under transform, make it feel cleaner. I like the way that it is. The way that it is. Definitely would call it wonky. Black and white. There we go. There we go. Ah, damn it. Did I get her hands? Yes. Perfect. Look at me. It's like I've done this before. But her eyes are closed. Fuck. That's a good one right there. Because the lines aren't leveled. I think they're good enough. They're good enough for how I like to do them. This is nice right here. Let's see. Come on. Yes. Just enough space. Yes, I think they look good. I think we'll do this one in black and white as well. Create a virtual copy. And this girl said, hey, I have some other friends that might like your photos too. I said, share them my profile. So hopefully maybe they'll send me, she'll send me a little bit more work. But even if it's a free opportunity, I would take photos of graduates for free just to build my portfolio. Again, it's not about making money all immediately, right? Maybe this relationship will turn into something else. Or whenever her next graduation, or when she gets married, or whenever she has an engagement shoot. She'll be like, oh, I know a photographer. He did my graduation photos. That was it, by the way, guys. Those are the photos that I was trying to get to. And then I saw this cool brother right here. Look at this guy. I don't know what kind of hat that is, but he looks cool. Oh shit, my bad. Got way too dark over here. Let's see. Yeah, after I'm almost done with this set of photos. I stopped photographing a little bit after this right here. So after this, we'll go through all the photos that I took, all the ones that I rated. And then we're going to be done. And then I'm going to go get some breakfast. Breakfast. Taking photos at a lacrosse game? Nice, bro. Nice. Are you taking photos at a lacrosse game or are you watching me on live? You can't do both, bro. Get them photos, bro. Yeah, there wasn't really this girl walking across the street. Did she catch me? I think she did. She's a little scared of me though. Not a very flattering photo, so she doesn't get an edit. This guy looked kind of cool. He did make eye contact with me though. If you made eye contact with me, buddy, I'm taking your photo. Don't you look at me if you don't want your photo taken. I'm just kidding, guys. He looks cool. He looks like a cool guy, so. That's what I'm doing. Lacrosse game was yesterday. Okay, flights to Uruguay tomorrow to shoot. Barely even locate. Nice, bro. You sound busy, man. Uruguay sounds nuts, man. What a great opportunity. Hey, there's our friends. The future is here. Uber Eats. And then I spotted this girl with a great outfit. She's showing a little bit too much cleavage though, but she made eye contact with me. I want to see if I get a good shot of her. Again, I'm only looking for photos of people looking at me. Of people acknowledging the lens and having some sort of emotion, right? Harry Drew, what's up, Harry Drew? I don't know what this gal was dressed up for, but it looks like she was dressed up for some occasion. Let's see, if she walks across the street and makes eye contact with me, she's getting another photo. No, I don't think she did. I should have asked her for her photo, but she was in a hurry. And that's it. Cool. So let's go to library and I'll show you guys all the photos. All the photos that we captured, rated. All right, so here we are. We got a bird. Look at this, Julia. We got a little bird. Little critter. We got a pigeon. Another pigeon right here. And this is where I started with the skateboarders. Fake. Yeah, definitely fake, right, Julia? That's why I take pictures of them so that people... What if when I took pictures of birds, the picture came out blank? So these are all the photos. These are all soft edited. Just a quick little edit of some snapshots of the skateboarders skateboarding. Look at this picture right here, Julia. This guy right here. Have a nice day, asshole. And then this is that guy right there. Got him in black and white. Oh, I should do one of these in black and white, huh? This in black and white would be cool. That's a cool one right there. Should I do one of these in black and white as well? Probably, right? Let's do a couple. He was the only guy that gave me the time of day, so we'll set him up, hook him up with some photos here. The crushed black on this one looks pretty good too. That actually looks pretty badass. Maybe we'll do the other one actually. Would you share the photo? Yeah. They so we exchanged social media info with this guy, Alston is his name, and then with the young woman with the graduation pics. So I always keep my card ready to share with them. It's a QR code, and the only thing I ask for them is for them to follow and to send me a message so I know who's who. And it happens all the time. I meet people all the time like that. And these came out pretty nice. Yeah, so they're going to really like these photos. Are you selling any new bodies since you're getting the new camera? I was thinking if I was going to sell one, it was going to be the R10. Just because it was going to be the R7 actually. I'm lying to you. But now that I thought about it, I'm like, maybe I should keep the R7 and get rid of the R10 because I don't need the R10. All right, so that's all the photos, guys. Not too bad. Good day overall. Now let's select them all and export them. Export. And actually, I should probably sign off. All right, y'all. I am out of here. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out. By the way, what do you guys think of this little light right here? The little starburst light. Is it kind of cool? Is it yay, nay? I think it's kind of cool, right? Yeah, I'll be back later today. The R10, the smaller one, yeah. Yeah, it is. Very cool. Cool, I'll keep it. That's why I bought it. I bought these filters right here for like 30 bucks. It came in a set of 3, and they actually are kind of cool. All right, y'all. I'm going to go get some breakfast, export these, share them. I'll let you know what they say once they get their photos. I'll catch you all in the next one. Doodles!